So I think I'm just gonna sit here, stare at this camera, scratch my neck, make funny faces. No, not really. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm in a weird mood, dealing with a ton of shit. I just shot another video that I realized was like way over the top. I didn't call anybody out by name or anything, but I got angry for a minute. Yeah, angry. That's probably the best way to put it. And now everybody's all like, "Oh no, I wonder what he did. I wonder what he said." Well, I don't know if I'm gonna. I might just delete that one. Maybe pick out 10 seconds because the rest of it's like, oh, yeah, it's pretty angry. But yeah, regardless. So I think really, I don't know why I keep saying I think. So I've come to the conclusion that I want to talk about just being different and what that means. I mean, we're all different. Obviously, you know that. You have a mirror. I have a mirror. Mine works. I'm assuming yours does too. But like everybody in life is different. Like we have, our faces are shaped different. Some of us are fruitcakes and paint our fucking fingernails. Sometimes I wear makeup. If you've seen any pictures of me recently, I do like the eyeliner. Sometimes I'll throw a little bit of color in there. It really all depends. Suppose if we had to label it, because this fucking country loves to label everything. I mean, suppose you could call me somewhere in the realm of goth, I guess. If if we even need a fucking label anymore, like whatever. I just wear what feels right to me or what feels comfortable. What when I look in the mirror, I see what I want to see. I see the vision that I see up here is what I want to see in the mirror. Obviously I don't do it every day. Like you got to be in the right mood for it. And, like I know that my oldest is not super keen on that. So when I go places with her, I usually tone it down unless, it ends up being a situation where I wasn't planning on, like being in public with her at that time. So I'll, like for instance, go to work, do my makeup for the day, and then maybe get out of work early and then have her want me to pick her up from school or take her to the store to go look at something. So not having the opportunity to then take all that off because, like, again, like I know that I don't have to like alter my appearance to appease anyone, but knowing how she feels about it, like, and because really what it comes down to is like, her friends were teasing her. And I get that. And dealing with all of that and being a kid once and having to live through all that bullshit with people, like, I get it. So if we go out to, go out in public or whatever, I try to make sure that that's not an issue. Or if, the point that I was getting at is fuck you, OneDrive, no one cares. Nobody fucking uses OneDrive. Whatever. Anyway, so if we go out in public and I haven't had a chance to stop and clean all that stuff off, then usually I'll wear sunglasses. So I kind of keep because really I limit to the eyes. I had a time where I played around with some other stuff. Just like I like to know things. I like to learn things. I like to understand. Understand where people are coming from. I mean, honestly, one of the things with like makeup and stuff that really kind of sparked my curiosity actually stemmed from my daughter. Um, Getting on her in the morning about like why does it take you so long to get ready, why does it take so long, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna do my lashes and I'm still working on this, and I'm like, dude, then fucking get up earlier. So I didn't understand what all of that meant. I mean, when a woman tells you like, I need to do my makeup, what does that mean? We know that that means anywhere from 10 minutes to 2 hours. You don't know unless you do it, right? And I'm not saying that everybody needs to go out and then put a full fucking beat of makeup on. I mean, unless you want to. I mean, I did just because I wanted to know what it was about. I wanted to know how much time does it take? How does it feel on my skin? What does it do to my skin? Why do people care about this? Why is it so important to put on like fucking foundation? What's the difference between full coverage foundation and not a full coverage foundation? Like a medium coverage is, I mean, not that anybody cares, but so what I've learned is like medium coverage is like your, day to day, everyday fucking, wear it shit. Whereas your full coverage is like red carpet, like you're going out, special night, like you want to look good. You wouldn't do that every day because it's fucking terrible for your skin, really. So going through this journey, learning about friggin' makeup, realizing the amount of time that's involved in doing that, like even just to do like what my daughter does, and she doesn't do a lot, like she's not into like the foundations and not really into a lot of like eye makeup. It's really more like skincare, a little bit of blush, lashes, maybe some doing, tidying up the brows a little bit. Nothing over the top, nothing major. But, once I started doing that, like learning how much time it really took, like it gave me a better understanding of what it takes for her to get ready in the morning. But still very much was like, well, maybe you need to get up a little earlier, And now I can say like, I do makeup sometimes. I know it only takes me fucking 10 minutes to do this or whatever. So it's like, whatever. But yeah, so basically just being different, and like there are so many things that makes us different, whether it's things that you're into or like I don't even know like why I got onto this, but so like I'm sitting here right trying to figure out, because I'm like I don't have any notes or anything, I'm just off the cuff with all of this, right? So I'm sitting here looking at my screen of the camera, so like basically looking at myself, and I'm like, motherfucker, like all of this is all fucking gray now, right? And I've got this, it's a little darker, and like, oh, like I fucking hate it. And then, my girlfriend's all like, do you know that that's what women like is the salt and pepper? I'm like, I don't care. I don't like it. Like, pick a color. Either fucking all go white or fucking go back to this. Yes, I realize that I dyed my hair like blackish and like my roots there, but whatever. We're not talking about that. So I get looking and I'm like, and I'll hold still so hopefully somebody else can see it. But so like what you see, so on your left, so my right eye, so this eye, actually, well, I need to relax because I just put attention to it. So like this eye doesn't open as far as this eye, right? So do you see that? So my left eye is a little bit more open than this one. That's just kind of naturally how it sits. I mean, whatever. It is what it is, right? It's all these things that make us different. But why do we obsess about all of these little things, right? Because, like, there was a time when I noticed that, and I'm like, oh my God, like, do I need to, like, work on doing this? Like, walk around like this for, like, a while? Like, train this one to fucking open up as much as this one? Like, or do I need to be like, right? Who the fuck knows? Whatever. It is what it is. And I've just accepted that that's what it is. But, like, see, like, my eyebrows. Oh my God. So like these things, and I kind of trim them up a little bit, because if not, I end up with one of these deals. I got like fucking eyebrows. I'd be like, hi, how you doing? They're fucking gross, dude. They're like old man eyebrows that just fucking go every which way. But like, so all of this here is all thick, right? And this is after I've kind of trimmed them, because if not, like I said, hairs will be fucking everywhere and like down, and I can see it in my fucking field of view, and it drives me nuts. But it's like, so I've got this dark eyebrow here, both sides, and then all of this. Like there's hair there. There's hair there. But it's so light. And this I don't trim because of how light it is. So if I do anything with this, if I trim it all the same length, it's like I've got an eyebrow that stops here. Like, no. But yeah, like, I don't know. I guess I'm just fucking rambling on for, 9 minutes, I guess? I don't know. But why do we pick apart everything about ourselves? Like, why? And why do we allow other people to pick apart us? That's what we've done. We've perpetuated this fucking culture where we are completely insecure, and not only are we insecure, so we feed our own insecurities and we allowed other people to feed them as well. But now, we get on people and start feeding their insecurities, like perpetuating that whole thing. Like, oh my God, like, I just watched the show the other day. This phrase sticks out in my mind because I hadn't heard it in a hot minute, but like butterface, like, why the fuck do we need to point out bring attention to the fact that, maybe somebody isn't as pretty as somebody else? Oh, why can't we look past that and just see the greatness that is a person, because everybody has good qualities. Even the shitty people in my life that I can't stand, they have good qualities. Some, there's Definitely some bad ones that way outweigh the good ones. But everybody has worth. Everybody has value. Like, it really truly makes me sad when, we're in a world where we're just kicking the shit out of each other emotionally all the time because we don't agree on stuff or, fucking whatever. I mean, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna like spout off about like, you're this, you're that, fuck you. Like, I might say fuck you, but usually more directed at me because I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I don't care. Like, I own it. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot with a huge fucking heart. You'll never meet anybody nicer than me. I don't care what anybody says. If you think that I'm a fucking asshole, then you don't really know me. But I'm not the kind of person to like call people out or whatever. Like, and I will throw this out there because it's gonna come up at some point because I love the man and you know what? I don't care. Anybody out there that wants to talk shit about fucking Ronnie Radke, I don't care. Like, I think the man is a genius. I think that he's made some poor decisions early on in life and that he's doing the best that he can to be the best person that he can be, to be, good to people and more so to be proud of himself. Like, I've done everything that I can to be a good human being, and not put up with people's shit. And that's the thing. Like, everybody's like, oh, well, he's racist, he's homophobic, he's this, he's that. He's really not. I mean, I'm not much older than him. We grew up in a generation where certain phrases were used on a regular basis. No, I'm not going to repeat those phrases. It doesn't offend me that people do. I choose not to. Like, I am a huge Ronnie supporter. Ronnie has a pass. Ronnie can say what Ronnie wants. He's earned that. Like, and as far as I'm concerned, by the amount that all you stupid fucks out there have verbally abused him just because he's a person who made mistakes just like you and me. That's the point. He's a person and he's had enough. So he speaks his mind. And I respect that. I don't convey my thoughts in the same way that he does. Absolutely respect him. Love his music. Like, the way that I've connected with that music, it was almost like I was telling my girlfriend the other night, it's almost like somehow he knew my life when he wrote this music because it's like so I connect with it. Like, a lot of it really hits home for me. So and I've been dealing with a bunch of shit and like the music, the lyrics, all of it. It's like really, helped me through a lot of it just to kind of help process that. And I love to sing, even though I have like a million people in my life that tell me how shitty I am. I don't care. You're a fucking moron. You have no idea what you're talking about. Not going to pretend that I'm like amazing. I definitely need some work, need some practice. But I love music and I love to sing. It's the one thing that makes me feel whole. Even though my entire life that dream was always squashed and I was always told that, I'm not good enough in, well, many aspects of my life. But that's neither here nor there. But point being, like, we really need to stop the bullshit and stop fucking crapping all over each other and, love people for who they are. Try to help people, like sometimes something as small as just like, noticing somebody struggling, just like checking in and saying like, hey man, you don't seem to be yourself lately. Are you okay? Like, you don't have to go into great detail, but like, are you okay? You can talk if you want to, but you don't have to. Just want to know that you're okay. Something like that. Or, when you know somebody and you know that they've made a big change, let's say they do their hair like this all the time, and then one day they come in and they are completely bald. Just kind of point out like, hey, wow, that's a big change. I really like that look on you or whatever. Like, why aren't we acknowledging the things that people do and encouraging to people to be different and be who they are, whatever makes them happy? I mean, because at the end of the day, if you're not going out of your way to actively hurt somebody or infringe upon somebody else's rights, like, do what you need to do in order for you to feel whole, or feel like a person, whether that's connecting with your higher power if you have one, or you know wearing your favorite fucking Justin Bieber t-shirt or whatever. Like, be who you are and be proud of that. Like, don't let anybody tell you different. Be you no matter what. Yeah, that's all I got.